Okay, we're here at gotomath.com. Click on the calculus. Let's go down to inverse trigonometric functions. All right, and I believe 2.1 is what we're going to be doing. Okay, now it says find the indefinite integral. Of course, right off the bat here, we could see this could be simplified down, right? I mean, obviously, we could simplify this, but we're just going to go ahead and use these numbers. All right, we're just demonstrating the form of one of the inverse trig functions, taking the integral of it. All right, so let's write this down. Write it down. We got 6x over 9x squared times the square root of 81x to the fourth minus 16 dx. All right, so bring up the whiteboard and write that out. So we had 6x up here in the numerator over 9x squared and the square root of 81x to the fourth minus 16 dx. Okay, so you should be familiar with some of these trig forms, inverse trig forms. If we have, for example, 1 over, let's say, I'm going to use the letter K here. Usually they use the letter U, but I don't want to get that mixed up with the U-Substitution that we're doing. All right, so K squared minus A squared dk, yeah, dk there. Okay, and this is equal to, and leave myself enough room over there, 1 over A arc secant of the absolute value of K, so K is a function really, over A plus C. So this form right here, this is what you've got to kind of look at and identify. However, this doesn't look exactly like this, and we're going to get it to look like this, but we're going to use that substitution method that we learned. All right, so first off, let's try to get it to look like something like this anyway. We can rewrite this as 6x over 9x squared, the square root. Now you notice 81, if we square root 81 we get 9, right? And then square root x to the fourth, you get x squared. And so we end up with, whoops, I left a 2 off there, squared, right? And then minus, and you notice a must be squared, so and square a number and we get 16, that would end up being 4. Alright, dx. Okay, so you see here's our k right here, and then here's our k, as you can see, and we need to square that, don't we? So we get back our 16. Yeah. Alright, so now what we want to do is use that substitution. We can use substitution. I'm going to use U-Substitution, U. Let's let U be the 9x squared. So this would be 9x squared, and then our du is 18x dx. Well, as you can see here, we have an x and a dx, but we don't have an 18, right? We don't have an 18. Now, what I've been doing in all these problems is I've just been taking this 18 down over in this direction. And now we're going to substitute this x dx in for the 1 over 18 du. So we're going to remove that, put 1 over 18 du. Except I've been putting the 1 over 18 and getting it out of the way over here, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and do our substitution now. Now I'm going to take this 6 out of the way. And of course 1 over 18 just be 6 over 18, and we can simplify that down. And we'll do that here in just a minute. So all that's gotten replaced. We're just going to put a 1 there, right? And this is our u, the square root of, and so this becomes u squared minus, and we just go ahead and rewrite that, times our du, right? Our du, okay? Now look what we've got. Well, here's the form right here. That's what we wanted to get this thing in. And of course we just rewrite the coefficient there. That's no big deal. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify. That's 1/3 times. Now this is what we need to rewrite. So this is 1 over a, and we've identified a as to being 4. Right? A is our 4 right here. So this becomes 1 over 4. Of course, we'll simplify this here in a minute. And then we have arc secant of the absolute value of u. So our u would actually be here. And what is it? So we'll just put u here. Over a, and a was 4. Right? Plus c. Of course, we don't want to leave it like this. We got to get this thing back in terms of x, where we started with. So we'll go back now. So we have 1 over 12 arc secant of the absolute value, and u is 9x squared. We don't really need to put the absolute values here because this is going to always be a positive number, but we'll go ahead and put it in there anyway. And then so we rewrite the 4 down here plus c. Now I think in the answers I put like a parentheses around this right here just to kind of show you. And I used an algebra system that's pretty popular on the internet, and for some reason they give me tangent here and they do some funky stuff here. But that's just because they're using a trig identity. For some reason they don't like using secant and they like using tangent, so they end up using a trig identity and convert it over. So don't, if you go to check this somewhere else, this is the answer, I promise. But there are other answers. Okay, but okay. Well, let's check our work. Let's make sure. 1 over 12. That's what we had, right? Yeah, 1 over 12. Okay. Just making sure. 1 over 12 arc secant 9x squared over 4 plus c. So once again, you know, we could simplify this down. But I wanted to keep it in this form and then show you how to use U-Substitution, right? A couple extra steps. Anyway, we're here at gotomath.com. Come on by, practice that. See you later.